Here is a long, emotional, engaging story written in plain paragraphs, with a strong hook, emotional depth, smooth pacing for a long YouTube narration, and a powerful ending message with like, subscribe motivation built in. She adjusted her apron for the third time in 5 minutes, trying to calm the nervous tremble in her hands. Valentine's Day was always the hardest day of the year for Lily. The cafe was full of laughing couples, roses, balloons, and soft music, but for her, it only reminded her of everything she had lost. Tonight, she had promised herself she wouldn't fall for another false hope. She would finish her shift, ignore the blind date her coworker had set up, and go home alone like always. But she didn't know that one single dad sitting quietly in the corner was about to change her life forever. If you enjoy emotional stories about kindness, love, and unexpected miracles, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more heart-touching stories like this to you. Now, let's continue Lily's journey. Lily had grown up poor, in a small apartment with a sick mother and a younger brother who depended on her. She had dropped out of college to work full-time, dreaming of becoming a nurse someday, but reality kept pulling her back. Every day, she smiled at customers, served coffee, and listened to people talk about their happy lives while hers felt stuck in survival mode. Dating was never easy. Most men disappeared when they learned about her financial struggles or her responsibilities. So when her coworker insisted on setting her up with someone for Valentine's Day, Lily agreed only out of politeness, but she already planned to cancel. The blind date was supposed to meet her after her shift ended. His name was Daniel. Lily didn't even look at his profile. She assumed he'd be like the others, judgmental, impatient, or simply not interested in a girl like her. So she decided she'd pretend to be busy, slip out the back door, and avoid the embarrassment. That's when she noticed him. He had been sitting alone for nearly an hour, not glued to his phone, not flirting with anyone, just quietly watching the room. A little girl sat across from him, swinging her legs under the chair, drawing hearts on a napkin. He smiled at her with a gentleness Lily had rarely seen. The man looked tired, but kind. His eyes carried a softness that made Lily curious. She brought their order, hot chocolate for the girl and black coffee for him. As she placed the cups down, the little girl looked up at her and whispered, "Are you lonely today?" Lily froze for a second, then laughed awkwardly. "Why would you think that?" "Because Valentine's Day is for people who love each other," the girl said seriously, "and you look like you're pretending you don't care." Daniel looked embarrassed and apologized, but Lily just smiled and said it was okay. Something about the child's honesty touched her. Later, as her shift ended, Lily checked her phone. A message from her coworker popped up. "Daniel is already there. Don't run away. He's really nice." Her heart dropped. That man with the little girl was her date. She panicked. A single dad, a responsibility, a whole life she wasn't sure she could fit into. She felt too poor, too broken, too tired to step into someone else's world. She grabbed her bag and headed for the back door. But Daniel noticed. He stood up and walked toward her. "Lily," he asked gently. She hesitated, then nodded. "I guess you were trying to leave," he said with a small smile. "I don't blame you. Blind dates are awkward." She laughed nervously. "I'm sorry. I thought I wasn't ready." He didn't look offended. Instead, he looked relieved. "I thought you might feel that way. My daughter insisted I stay." She said you looked kind. His daughter ran over and grabbed Lily's hand. "Please stay," she said. "My dad is lonely too." That word, lonely, hit Lily harder than she expected. So she stayed. They sat down, and Daniel told her about his life. His wife had passed away 3 years ago. He had been raising his daughter alone, balancing work, grief, and parenting. Dating felt impossible for him too, but his sister convinced him to try again, for his daughter's sake and his own healing. Lily opened up about her struggles, her mother's illness, her brother, her dreams, her fear of being judged. She expected pity or awkward silence, but Daniel just listened. "No judgment, no pressure. You're not poor," he said quietly. "You're strong, and strength is worth more than money." For the first time in years, Lily felt seen. They walked outside after closing. The city lights glowed, couples passed by holding hands, and Lily felt something she hadn't felt in a long time, hope. The little girl gave Lily a handmade paper heart. "For you," she said. "So you don't feel lonely anymore." Weeks passed. Daniel kept texting. They met again, then again. Slowly, Lily became part of their lives. She helped the little girl with homework, and Daniel encouraged Lily to return to school. He even helped her apply for a scholarship program. One evening, Lily confessed her fears. "I'm scared you'll realize I'm too much trouble." Daniel held her hand and said, "Love is trouble. Life is trouble, but the right people choose to stay anyway." Years later, Lily stood in a hospital hallway wearing a nurse's uniform. Her mother's health had improved, her brother was in college, and Daniel and his daughter waited for her outside with flowers. She looked back at that Valentine's Day and smiled. She almost walked away from the miracle meant for her. Sometimes, love doesn't come as fireworks and fairy tales. Sometimes, it comes as a quiet single dad in a cafe who notices a tired waitress and chooses kindness. And that kindness can change everything. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to the channel for more emotional and inspiring stories like this. Your support means the world to us, and you never know, your next miracle might be just one story away.